Hari Om everyone. Today we will contemplate on shloka number 2.3. Dehi nityam avadhyoyam dehe sarvasya bharata tasmat sarvani bhutani natvam shochitum arhasi. O Arjun, the soul that dwells within the body is immortal. Therefore, you should not mourn for anyone. Dehi, the soul that dwells within the body. Nityam, always. Avadhyaha, immortal. Ayam, this soul. Dehe, in the body. Sarvasya, of everyone. Bharata, descendant of Bharata. Arjun, Arjun is the descendant of Bharata. Tasmat, therefore. Sarvani, for all. Bhutani, living entities. Na, not. Tvam, you. Shochitum, mourn. Arhasi, should. So let's all give our understanding of this shloka. Who wants to go first?
Shubhaji, can I recite it once?
Yes, please, please. Recite and you can give your understanding.
Sure. देहि नित्यमवध्योऽयं देहे सर्वस्य भारत तस्मा सर्वाणि भूतानि न त्वं शोचितुमर्हसि.
Excellent.
So it's like it's the previous few weeks and this seems similar to me. So whatever is inside that we call as the awareness is the immortal one. So we shouldn't be really care for which is impermanent and which is passed through. Instead, we have to just live with what is immortal one. So that's how I interpret it.
Yeah, anything more to add, Krishnaji?
For now, that's it. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Who wants to go next? Santosh ji, Rajashekar ji, Isha ji, Ravi ji.
I don't have anything new to add to this other than what we contemplated in the last few weeks. In this shloka, again, Arjuna is reiterating the same message. The Krishna is reiterating the same message to Arjuna, where he's saying that this soul is immortal. So one shouldn't be mourning about the loss of life in any beings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll start, Shobhaji.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Dehi nityamavadhyoyam dehe sarvasya bharata tasmat sarvani bhutani natvam shochitamarhasi, which means I am in the body, the Atman or consciousness, will never be. It doesn't descend or it doesn't have any kind of droppingness. So everybody in this universe or in this life are immortal, which mean to say there is no to grieve on any living beings that you are killing them or he is leaving this body. This is what my understanding is.
Yeah.
Hello,
Okay.
am I audible?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we could hear. Yeah. Anything more to add, Santosh ji?
Now, what I understand here is, see, whatever that today we say, we may how can I say is Like in every in the body, whenever we think from the body perspective, like we always have that I am this body, I am this jiva, and I am the sufferer. Like something happens to that my friend or my mother or my loved ones, that kind of sorrowness it is in vain. Like whatever that happened to the body, that is not been that there is nothing, it happens only to the body, not to the atman. The atman is always immortal. He doesn't have anything to, he's not attached, so there is no point in grieving on that. That's what I understood.
Yeah, okay. Isha ji, Anju ji, Ravi ji.
Madam, it is what for me also it's the same, madam, what we have been contemplating since 2-3 weeks. As sir has rightly told, it is the as the picture depicts, I am not the body, I am not the mind. It is it is the awareness. And as sir has already told, the soul, it will never die, it is immortal. That's all from my side, madam.
Am I audible?
Now you are audible, Shubhaji. Shubhaji, you're not audible anymore. Okay, looks like there is some internet issue. Ishaji, would you like to go next?
Sir, I have nothing new to add from past 2 weeks. I feel it's the same. It's almost the same, like, like things that is changes everything other than conscious. Body changes, everything changes. It's just your learning or your consciousness that is going to stay. So you shouldn't mourn things that is bound to change, which will definitely go away. So it's no use crying over things that is anyway going to go.
How do you think you can use this in your day-to-day life?
Personally, as I said, I'm, anxiety issues. We know that problems that we come across in a day-to-day, it's something that's not going to stay forever. It will change. It will change, it will change because of our effort only. But still at that particular time, we'll feel that good or bad, we always assume that it's going to be there forever. So I feel it's like, nothing is permanent. What is permanent is your understanding that it is not permanent.
Great. So situations will continue to change, evolve. But what do you think is the main pointing that Krishna is giving us here? What is he pointing at mainly?
I feel, it's sometimes, I feel situation is the same. It's the way we view it is also in a difference. So we, I really not able to get the in-depth meaning, but I feel is trying to say that it's our understanding that makes situation look or seem different. Otherwise it's just as it is.
True. But why is he pointing to something that is immortal? What is he pointing at?
What is Krishna pointing as immortal?
Yeah.
Immortal, he's pointing at the soul, or the right things that you have to do, or how do I put it? in case, if in this case, I feel if he is, for an example, I don't know if it is right. If Arjuna is, anyway, he is going to a war with his cousins and his teacher. So whom he is actually fighting is with that, the body, the teacher's body, but he's not fighting the teachings of that particular person or of the value that the person has given to him. So the fight is very, what do you call that, baseline. It is only the top front line. It's not in-depth fight with anything.
Perfect, correct. So there is something that doesn't change, right?
Yeah.
So now, here there are 3 levels shown in the picture. At the bottom, it is saying, I am not the body. How do you relate to that?
Like there are 2 pictures, na?
Yeah, so in the picture, there are 3 levels being shown, right?
Okay, I am seeing through mobile. I have 2 levels here. Okay.
If you go to the very top, so there is I am not the body, I am not the mind. And at the top, it says, I am awareness.
Okay.
So let's start from the bottom. So how do you relate to I am not the body?
That's like, the perishable thing that keeps changing. Like from the birth till we die, it's something that changes.
So are you able to see that, something in you, what you call as your body, is constantly changing?
Yeah, it is changing.
It is changing. So do you agree with that statement? I am not the body?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Now, can you go to the next level? I am not the mind.
I'm not the mind. Basically, I feel it's like, the depression, anxiety, happiness, sadness. It's all it is something that we see only the front part of it. We just feel all these emotions in, instant emotions.
Now, when it is saying, I am not the mind, how do you, Ishaji, how do you relate to that statement?
The feeling which is there in me right now is also something which is not permanent.
Excellent. So you can see that, the body is changing. You can see that the feelings also are changing.
Yeah.
Then how do you relate to I am awareness?
That is to understand that, there is something that is body that changes, mind changes. If you can understand this, both are something which is not permanent and which is going to be changing, that I feel is awareness. That in your mind, that, this is not permanent. This is not something maybe worth fighting for also. It's not worth giving so much of importance for.
Okay, let me prompt the question slightly differently. So you are saying you are not the body. Is that a correct statement?
Yeah, according to this, I'm not the body, I'm not the mind.
According to this, but are you able to agree with that statement? Is it now something that you also say, I am not the body?
Yeah.
So you are okay to say, I am not the body. Are you okay to say, I am not the mind?
I am still in that, sir.
Okay. So what is the question there? Is there any confusion there?
No. There's no confusion there.
Okay.
That it's just, it's still that, to as a person, for me to understand this too shall pass and not to dwell on certain situation too much. That's, how I view it at this. I say, I know that, things are the same, and what I'm viewing it at different, different state, what do you call, different period of my life. Same thing, if I see it at when I'm 30 or 35, it will be completely different. So I know it is there in my mind, but I've not got to the topmost, the time awareness part still.
That's why we are going step by step. So that's why I'm asking a simple question. You're agreeing with the first statement, I'm not the body.
Yeah.
Can you now agree with the second statement, I'm not the mind?
I agree, totally agree. I'm not the mind also.
You agree, right?
Yeah.
Then who are you?
I think that, how do I put it across? I don't know how do I put it across. It's just like, what do you call an aura or...
So for the time being, without worrying about how to give a name to that, are you able to see that you are something who is aware that the body is changing? You are something that is aware that the mind is changing. Is that a correct statement to make?
Yes, sir.
So what that is, the name can be whatever. We will worry about the naming it later. But is this clear? That
Yes, sir.
you are not the body and you are not the mind.
Yeah.
Then you must be something else, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. This much is clear.
Yes, sir.
Now let me ask another question to you. So it's a small experiment, others can also do. It's a very simple experiment. You can simply close your eyes. And can you visualize a totally dark room? Totally dark room. So Ishaji, I need you to respond. So please, if you can unmute. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So please close your eyes, but now visualize a totally dark room. In the dark room, do you see a table?
If I can visualize it in my mind, I can see it.
No, now I'm asking you to visualize a dark room.
Okay.
Now I'm asking you, in that dark room, are you seeing a table?
No, sir.
No. Can you see the window?
No.
Okay. Are you there?
Like...
Are you there? Are you able to see yourself? Are you there?
No. No.
No? Then who's answering all these questions?
Me only, but I'm seeing that place as a third person.
So to see the dark room, you must be there, no?
Yeah.
So now you can open your eyes. So in this experiment, to see the table, to see the window, you said you cannot see. Why? Because there was no light.
Right.
But when I prompted the question, are you there? Did you need an external light to know that you are there?
No.
Has it ever happened that you've had a doubt whether I am there or not? In your life so far, has it ever happened that you have had a doubt about your own existence?
Like if I'm there in that particular scenario, is that what you're asking? Like...
No. So you've gone through so many situations of life. Has it ever happened that you've had a doubt whether I'm there or not?
I think so, sir. I'm not able to recollect. Yeah, I would have felt so.
When is that you felt so?
I think when, I don't know, I am not able to recollect, but maybe that feeling of, trying to detach.
Has it ever left you? Have you ever felt that, I've gone somewhere, I'm lost, I'm no more there.
Yes, sir. That, yeah.
It has happened. When? Can you
Yeah.
recall?
Mostly when the situations are not easy.
When the situations are not easy, you find it tough. But even when the situations are very tough, who is able to recollect that the situation was tough? You
Me only.
So you couldn't have been lost, no? If you were lost, then whose situation are you handling? Who will come back and say that, oh, it's my situation that was tough? Are you able to see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So therefore, now let me once again prompt. Has it ever happened that you've had a doubt whether I am there or not?
So, sir, this question is really tough for me to comprehend and understand. See, I'm trying to understand, like in a situation when it is, when things are really tough, when you feel that it's something which you're not able to handle, you feel, is it really happening or not?
That is okay. That is okay.
Yeah.
That's all the interpretation happening in the mind. But even when it is happening so, later you are able to say that, see, that was a very tough situation. Correct?
Yeah.
Which means that you have not gone away anywhere. Correct?
Yeah.
You must have been there to see even the tough situation. Correct?
Yeah.
So now, therefore, once again, please see the question. Has it ever happened that you've gone somewhere, you've lost somewhere, even in the tough situation, even in the best situation, whatever may have been the situation, have you ever been lost?
No.
You may not know how to handle the situation. That's a different issue. But you have always been there, no?
Yeah.
Is that an agreeable statement? You can feel free to disagree if this is not making sense.
No. I mean, any situation, yes, I was always present. Unless or until, you want, you think that you feel detached. Otherwise, I was there.
So, see, whether you were able to handle the situation or not, that's a different issue. But you've always been there. Otherwise, who is reporting that there was a tough situation?
Yeah.
Correct? So recollect our bus station example. Somebody comes and asks you when you're standing at the bus station, did you see bus number 10B go? When is that you can answer that question? Only when
if I'm there.
If you are there, correct?
Yeah.
Otherwise, you cannot see that. So it means that even in the toughest situation, you must have been there.
Yeah.
Okay, now you agreed earlier that you are not the body, you are not the mind, and you are something that is aware, correct?
Yeah.
You are aware of all these situations. Some of the situations may have been tough, some of the situations may have been easy, some may have been joyful, some may have been sorrow, some may have been, fighting, anger, whatever. Situations are different. But you have always been there, correct?
Yes, sir.
That permanent you is what is being referred as awareness.
Yeah.
And that you also knows your own existence. See, you never have a doubt about your own existence. Just please look at it. If I ask you a question, Ishaji, are you there? Do you ever have a doubt about are you there or not?
Put it on speakerphone so that I can hear, otherwise.
Yeah.
Is the question clear to you, Ishaji?
Yes, sir.
Is there ever a doubt about your own existence?
So one moment. Sir, can you please repeat it? It was.
Sure, no problem. If I ask you the question, are you there, Ishaji? Do you have to go and look into the mirror, or do you want to open your Aadhaar card and verify? Or do you have to ask somebody, am I there? Or do you just spontaneously say, yeah, I am there? What is your response?
Yeah, spontaneously say I'm there.
Is it ever doubtful to you?
No.
No, right?
No.
So your own existence, you have no doubt.
No.
Correct?
Yeah.
So, see, for example, if I ask you, Ishaji, do you know there is a mountain called Kilimanjaro? If you've never heard about it, if you've never seen it, that may be doubtful. Correct?
Yeah, correct.
But if I ask you, are you there, Ishaji? Is it ever a doubt?
No.
So about your own existence, there is never a doubt. About something else, depending upon your own understanding of it, there may be a doubt. But that's okay.
Yeah.
So that doubtless you is who is being referred as that permanent awareness.
Okay.
So you had the clarity, you are not that body, you're not this body, because you have seen that the body keeps changing. You're able to see that you are not the mind because the mind keeps changing.
Yeah.
So you are that which is aware of both these changes. See, your body is not aware that the body is changing, correct?
Yeah, correct.
It is you. Your mind is not aware that it is changing. It is you. So that you who is not changing, who is aware of the change, is being referred as I am. I, because you are there. I am. I exist is never a doubt to you. That is the only truth that you are very sure of without needing any external evidence.
Yeah.
Mount Kilimanjaro, you may need external evidence. But I exist doesn't require any external evidence.
Yeah.
Self-evident. That self-evident awareness is what Krishna is pointing at here. So in other words, he's pointing at you. It's pointing at your own self. That is who you are. Is this clear, Ishaji?
Yes, sir.
Because this shloka, we simply refer it as if soul is something outside. Soul is immortal. But who are you? In other words, Krishna is talking about you always. He's always been talking about you.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Anjuji, you have some question to add?
Vijayji, this is Ajay.
Yes,
Can
Ajay.
I come in?
Please, Ajay.
Sir, what I have understood, I'm trying to explore.
Yeah.
One is this concept given by Bhagavan is very complex. Very, very complex that normally a normal human beings like us difficult to understand. Maybe with this sloga we can try to relate. With that in-depth knowledge lies in this sloka. So as per the picture concerned, there is a sun, Jyoti. So this entire sloga, I will look at it, Atmajyoti. This Atmajyoti is a part of Param Jyoti or Bhagavan himself. So the person comes to the world without any invitation, without any realization. The Janma is given based on his prarabdha karma. The karma is the identity of that soul. Based on the karma, the soul takes a birth through an instrument called mother. That is also cannot be chosen by the Atma Jyoti itself. So you have given the picture of a sun, which I interpret it like Param Jyoti. From that aspect, a mother as an instrument brings a Atma into this world. Yeah, and you means Atma. I means Atma. So all these phases of life, as a baby, as a adolescent, as a matured human being, as a aged person, as a person who is visualizing the end of the life, everything, if you look at it, it is a manifestation in the physical form. Atma is never created, never is destroyed. This Atma, like what sir you were mentioning, without light we cannot realize. So the light is within us. Sometimes if you want to see the understanding or a realization is that Jyoti itself. So the face of physical form, very difficult for especially a person like me. I cannot realize all these things. Just by this sloka, a little bit understanding only is possible. And if we look at the extreme factor is we always relate to ourselves with the people around as in the physical form. They are also another jyotis. They are come here for a purpose, and that purpose can be eternal. That purpose can be rewarded by the Lord himself. So again, their destination is unknown. So all these vyamohas or understanding or realization in the physical form is not that what God wants or Lord wants us to realize. He wants us to be just realize that we are come here for a purpose. Everything he is only doing it. We are just an instrument, and we need not look around, mourn around, find relationship around. This is all which happens in the process, and that is not going to be eternal. So that is the little bit understanding.
Wonderful, Ajay. So again, I will leave you for some questions to ponder about. When you say, I am a person, and when you look at this bottom side of the picture, where is this person in the physical form? Where is this thing called as a person? Can the person be there in any of those physical forms? The idea called a person, where is that?
Sarji, it is physical form as a person, because we are not that elevated form to understand everybody is a soul. So if that is the case, that's the best thing. Otherwise, a physical form is always considered as a living entity or a physical person.
Okay, let's make it a very direct and personal conversation. So now, Ajay, you said, as a person, you refer to yourself as a person, correct?
Yeah.
So when you refer to yourself as a person, you are also clearly aware that as a body is continuously changing.
Yeah.
Which form of the body is this person living in? Or which form is the person that you're referring to?
The physical form is changing.
Correct.
But the actual person is the soul, Atma.
So the person, the idea called person cannot be in the physical body. Do you agree with that?
Yes, yes.
So
yes.
therefore, the body is not the person. Agree?
Agreed.
Okay. Now let's go to the, where is this person then? So then there must be some idea called a person in the mind, right?
Yeah.
Now let me ask the question to you. Was this idea called a person there in you, say when you were 6 months, 3 months?
No, as physical form evolves, that maybe certain people are highly awareful. Maybe normal people aware.
No, I'm asking a question to you. Let's not worry about others. It's a conversation between Ajay and Vijay.
Yeah.
Okay, as Ajay ji,
Yes.
I'm asking Ajay ji, when you were 3 months old, 6 months old, did you have the idea called person?
No.
No. So the idea called person has come into your mind sometime later.
Yeah.
So it's an idea that you have collected.
Yeah.
Much like the idea that you are a male.
Yeah.
Much like the idea that you are a husband.
Yeah.
Much like the idea that you are Indian. So whatever, right?
Yeah.
They all have come, right?
Yeah. Accumulated memories.
Accumulated. For something to be accumulated, there must be someone already there. Otherwise, how can such accumulation happen?
Vijayji, your voice is echoing. Vijayji, your voice is echoing.
That is because our Ajayji's side, I think there are 2 connections or something like that.
So what Ajayji you can do is you go on mute. When Vijayji stops, you can you can start talking. In that way, probably we can avoid.
Noted.
Thank you.
So Ajayji, what I'm prompting is, so for all this accumulation to happen, there must be something prior to accumulation.
Yeah. Obvious.
That prior to accumulation, who is that?
Maybe soul.
That is who you are. See, from where is this idea called I coming? I am coming. Is it there in the body? It cannot be there in the body. Because we just now saw that the body is continuously changing. But the idea called I am, I exist, has never left you. Is that also correct?
True.
So which means that cannot be in the body. Similarly, it cannot be also in the mind, because mind also we can see clearly it is continuously changing. So the idea called I am, or the awareness that I am, must be something which is beyond these two. What we are as body and mind.
True.
And that must be you, because you always say I am so and so, so forth, right? Look at all your sentences. If I ask you, please introduce yourself. I am Dr. Ajay. I was born. I went there. I did that. I married. I am such nationality. So if you see all these sentences, something on the right-hand side is continuously changing. Man, married, graduation, so on and so forth. But this left-hand side, I am, that is not changing.
True.
So that unchanging I is, for now, we are referring by the word called awareness. Now, is that clear?
Clear.
Yeah. So therefore, where is this now the idea called person? I am a person itself. If you look a little more closely, I am a male person, I am a female person itself is an idea that is accumulated. If, let's say, nobody taught you this English, then you may have been referring to yourself as something else. If nobody came and taught you all these concepts, then you would have still lived, but without all these ideas. So is the I am a person, then is that personhood, is it not just a concept in the mind that you've gathered?
True.
So
Accumulate.
that is what we are negating here. So you are not this body that you claim as you. You are not even the content of your mind that you claim you have gathered. So you must be, prior to gathering all this. Otherwise, how can gathering happen?
True.
And the one who is gathering must also be a very awareful being, isn't it? Otherwise, how can all this knowledge, awareness occur? Because the one, whatever that is being gathered is not saying, is not talking, is not claiming. So the ability to be aware is not in the body or the mind. It must be already there in you.
True.
That is what is being referred as I am. Because you never have a doubt about your own existence. You also, I hope, did the experiment along with Ishaji.
Yes. Experiment, yes.
Yeah. So there is never a doubt about your own existence, is there? Ajayji?
Yeah.
Is there ever a doubt about your own existence?
No.
So that doubtless awareness later has gathered all this information and claims to be something that it is not.
True.
So for the sake of the relationship in the world, it's okay to say, I have a human body. I have a male human body. I have studied. Whatever you've gathered is something like, for example, I am wearing a yellow color shirt. I'm wearing a blue color glass. It's okay to say. But if I start saying, I am that glass or I am that shirt, that would be an incorrect statement, is it not?
True.
So that is the pointer that Sri Krishna is giving us here. He's not talking about something else. He's talking about in you right now, that awareness is functioning. That light is functioning. And that light is who you are.
True.
All right. Any other questions coming to your mind, Ajayji?
Understood, Sarji.
Yeah. Again, I want to paraphrase what I said. We talk about soul as if it is something else. So when you look at it in a very simple and a direct way, and when you negate, okay, what is this thing called as a soul? Where is that? It is nothing else. It is you. You who is shining through this body and mind complex. So Sri Krishna is talking about you, none other than you. Deepaji, would you like to share your views?
Yes, Vijay. The soul, the body is just an instrument for the soul, and it's eternal. It's immortal. That is what Sri Krishna is saying in this, and he's asking Arjuna not to mourn for anyone. Since Arjuna is sorrowful to fight the war against his cousins, his teacher, and all his relatives. Bhishma. That is what I understood.
All right. Shubhaji, you have anything to share?
Yes, sir. You have already shared everything. I just wanted to add one few lines. So from 2.11 to 2.3, we have been, Krishna has been talking about this soul. So he has been repeating it again and again, that the truth that we should not identify ourselves with the body and mind. And it is because of our pure ignorance that we constantly identify ourselves with the body and mind. And we have to get out of this ignorance and find our true self, is what in summary he is saying.
Excellent.
Chanakya also quotes, there is a quote by Chanakya also, if you act without discrimination, it can lead to tremendous disaster. So this discrimination, what he's talking about is nothing but the ignorance that we are the body and mind. So we should get out of that ignorance, and that ignorance we can remove by getting the jnana. That jnana we can get through our guru, is what he's saying, Chanakya. So our guru here is Vijayji, and today I could see that most of our ignorance we could eradicate by the way he explained that we are not the body, not the mind, but pure awareness.
See, Deepaji said, Arjuna was petrified in the war. So the petrification or the fear or that anxiety, from where is it coming? It is coming because there is a sense of wrong understanding that I am something that is coming and going. I am something that is born and I'm going to die one day. That is the fundamental understanding with which Arjuna, or the idea called I am a person, the personhood, I am a person, I am a human. That is the fundamental mistake or the error in recognizing the reality. So because of that fundamental mistake, all other things are subsequent to that fundamental mistake. When I am a person, then I look at the world as, oh, there is something else apart from me. And there is something else that I need to get from the world, or the world can take away from me. So all this suffering is fundamentally because of the mistake in realizing who I am truly. So a simple error, but leads to all kinds of turmoil in life. So that's why the most fundamental error is what Bhagavan is removing right at the very beginning. If you notice, in chapter 1, it's all about Arjuna lamenting. In chapter 2, as soon as Sri Krishna started talking, right from the moment he started talking, till now, all that is pointing at is realize that there is something that is not changing, which is the truth, and that truth is who you are. So it's constantly pointing at that. Because the life that you and I live, the reason for even our own suffering, just like that Arjuna's suffering, is the wrong identification. When I am a man, then I have man-related problems in life. When I am for example, some other role, I am a boss, I have boss-related problems in life. When I am an Indian-related problems. Like that, whatever I get identified with, that becomes my own limitation. So therefore, first and foremost, I have to recognize who I am truly. Only by recognizing my true self, then only can I live my life in total freedom. Because the subsequent chapters are all about how to live with this clarity. How do you function in life with this clarity? But first and foremost, this fundamental error in recognition has to be removed. So that's what Sri Krishna is doing. Root cause. We say, right, especially those of us who are in corporate, if there's some problem again and again appearing, or even in medicine, if some problem is again and again appearing, we always say, what is the root cause of this issue? Let's go to the root cause of this issue. So the root cause of all our suffering in life is this fundamental error in recognition. And Sri Krishna is removing that recognition error by again and again making us see it through different viewpoints. All right. Does anyone want to add anything more or have any questions?
Vijayji, I have one question related to the picture in this.
Yes.
So I'm not the body, that picture, right?
Yeah.
So it's begin with womb, and as a childhood, it's nothing. The blue color circle over there.
Yeah.
And few impressions are added like plus and minus. And as an adult, it has been keep on accumulating.
So you're
middle
referring to
one.
this part of the picture, right?
Yes, yes.
So this is related to the mind, how the mind develops.
Yeah. So, but it goes to reduced, no, and it's elderly or old age, and again the impression is getting added. Is there any specific meaning to that, or?
So the meaning is, so when you say, for example, you know a language called Kannada or Tamil or English, from who did you learn? And why do you wear a certain kind of dress? Why do you eat certain kind of food? So you would simply say, that is what my parents taught me. How did they learn that? So it's passed down from generation to generation, is it not?
True.
So this, what we call as the content of our mind, is not just one small thing. It is a deep layer of various conditioning. For example, as a small child, if let's say you had been taught as a small child, let's say you had been taught people who wear black color dress are total, let's say, cruel people, then you may develop a fear of people who are wearing black color dress. Yeah. You may not even be able to say that is the conditioning in the mind, but your very action, your very thinking process will be full of fear as soon as you see black color dress. So like that, lot of the way we behave in life is because of these deep impressions. And these deep impressions are not just from today, yesterday. They are from our lives and lives of living. All impressions are there. How? As a subtle body. That is what is called as a antakarana or a sukshma sharira. So that is why even in a small child, you may notice certain tendencies. Same mother, there is a wonderful story to narrate this point. A parrot gave birth to twins. One of the bird went to a butcher's house, another one went to a pandita's house. And the one which went to the butcher's house after many years would say, I will kill you, I will drink your blood, those kinds of things. The one which went to a Pandita's house would say, please come, please sit, can I give you some water? So what you can learn from this simple story is that environment matters a lot. What inputs go into your mind matters a lot. Why do you speak Kannada or Tamil or English or whatever you speak, and why you wear? Because those are the impressions that have gone into you. If imagine you had been born in some other country, say China, you would be speaking Chinese, you would be eating different kinds of food, you would believe in certain different things in life. So one is that. The other thing is, even in a small child, you can notice certain inclinations, certain tendencies, even in child. Even before they've learned to speak, or even before a lot of input from the current environment comes into them. How is that coming? So there is a sukshma sharira, or impressions that carry over. So like that, when you notice what is mind is, that's why the iceberg has been shown. The tip is the conscious part of the mind. You know, what's your name, what's your relationship to your mother, which country you are in, so on and so forth. So many things are part of your conscious part of the mind. But there is a deep subconscious and unconscious part of the mind, which has gathered the impressions from so many lives and from society and from so many places. So that is what actually comes into a child at the time of the birth, to show that this picture is being drawn this way.
Yeah, got it. Clear.
Yeah.
So yeah, so now yeah, we have to be conscious and clearly differentiate between in the sense like who we are really and what is impermanent or mortal and more.
Who you are. See, there are no multiple
Yeah,
Krishnas within you.
correct.
Who I
Yeah,
am. I have to recognize who I am.
yeah, because yeah, who I am, and it has lot of impressions. Yeah, got it. Yes.
So realize that you are not the impressions. See, through this example, through this very truth, you can also know that you are not the impressions. Impressions are there. They may come and go, but you are not coming and going. So
Yeah,
realize
as awareness.
you are
Yeah,
not the impressions.
good. As awareness, I can see what are the impressions has gone through.
Correct.
Yes. Yeah.
So when someone says, I am afraid. So what it is, afraid of what? Say, for example, darkness. I'm afraid of darkness. So you are able to see a feeling of fear emerge within you. Is that right? So if you're able to see fear come within you, you cannot be fear. Correct?
Yes.
So realize that. So become free from the impressions in the mind. You are not the mind. But the impressions of the mind will keep coming. And when you realize you are not that, you're able to simply watch. And that is how you become free. And as that process becomes stable, you will have a natural peace and happiness and silence because of your own very nature.
Yeah. So one more question. So
Yeah.
how should we, what is a better way to move faster or in a rapid phase to this awareness, more on awareness part? Still, though I practice, it is obviously it has a lot of things I'm able to now differentiate in my day-to-day life.
Yeah.
What is me and what who really am. Now, how should we improve to make it a faster progress and get?
Excellent. Very
Completely.
nice question. Let me phrase the question slightly differently. See if it makes sense. Right now, based on whatever we have discussed and based on whatever you are seeing, are you anything other than awareness?
No.
Correct? So that clarity is there. So therefore, the question is more of, however, when I go and start living, it's okay when we are in this satsang or, maybe listening to teachings of the Sadguru. It seems to be clear, but the moment I'm acting in the world, again, my impressions come back and I forget, right? So therefore, the practice or the sadhana is needed to become stable in this realization. So let's differentiate between realization and becoming stable in that realization in my day-to-day life. So realization, there is nothing more. When you recognize very clearly, I am not the body, I am not the mind, I am pure awareness, realization is there. Because it's not that yesterday you were somebody else and today suddenly, because of all this discussion, you have become somebody else. You were, you are, you will always be this pure awareness. However, there's a confusion based on the impressions in the mind about who I am. Only that confusion is being removed. And when the confusion is removed, you are able to see very clearly that you are that. Correct?
True.
In life, when I'm acting, how to bring about that same clarity? How to become stable? So that is where Sri Krishna guides us further. As we go further, the very next chapter is Karma Yoga. Karma means action. So this is realization of who I am, the being. Am I the human or am I the being? In the human being, am I the human or am I the being? I am the being. That clarity is giving here. Now, how do I function in the world? That he teaches us, guides us step by step as we go further. But right now, as a very simple answer to your question, to become stable, the formula is very simple. Yes, Sadguru, Seva, Satsanga. Sadguru. Just like how I need to brush every day, then only my mouth will not smell. I have to listen to the truth. By who? By the realized ones. So, for example, Shubhaji keeps sending Prabhuji's talks. So, there are Prabhuji's talks about Bhagavad Gita, about so many Vedanta topics. So, you can continue to listen to the Bhagavad Gita talks. Make it a point to have some dedicated time to listen. So, that is Sadguru. And whenever there is a chance, come into the presence. There are so many programs that happen in Light of the Self. Like in the next month, there will be a Krishna Janmashtami. Be part of that. And there are so many meditation sessions that Prabhuji keeps announcing. Be part of that. So as you come and be part of that, more and more stability grows within you naturally. So that is Sadguru. Then Seva. So start involving yourself in Seva activity. What is Seva? Any action that you do without a selfish motive. Be involved in Seva activity. So, as we go further, you will see there are 5 yajnas that Sri Krishna recommends. Nothing but Seva. Among those yajnas, what we are doing here is called as a Rishi Yajna. Realizing the message of the realized ones or the great rishis and transmitting. So become involved with some activity like that. Seva. Satsanga. So the companion of the ones where truth is being discussed is one way of looking at it. Satsanga. A group of people, like-minded people. Then Satsanga. Realize the truth. You have never been anything else. So start your day with that conviction. Whenever there is any confusion, ask the simple question, who am I? To who all this disturbance is coming? To who all these situations are coming and going? Who am I? So again and again, through that practice, the mind becomes stable. So realization is as simple as that, that I am not the body, I am not the mind, I am this pure awareness. And that realization to become stable in life, Seva, Sadguru, Satsanga. Is the explanation clear?
Yeah, clear.
Great. Is there any other question by anyone else? Or any other point anybody wants to add? Great. Then we can end the contemplation of this shloka